Okay, guys. I guess this means that we are live. What is up? Welcome back to the very last drop podcast episode that is going to be on this channel. This is gonna be the very last drop podcast episode. It's gonna be on this channel. Matter of fact, I am going to post something right now. Post it out. You get to see me in my studio, my closet studio. Last time live. Last time doing the drop podcast. Doing the drop podcast live on my YouTube channel. Come check it out. There's a little bit of clickbait there. Come check it out. Just a little bit of clickbait. Enough to where it's still moral. To where I'm still allowed to do that. Gotta check, see if Jack Harlow's doing anything. Oh shoot. Apple Music. Epilogue Radio. Jack Harlow. Fortunately, that is not for right now. Right now, it is time for the three questions. Or not the three questions. It is time for the three things I'm thankful for. So, number one, I'm thankful for the fact that I know what to do next. Aha. I was prepared this time. This time I decided that I would look into what needs to be done before I wander around this game aimlessly without an objective or premise and just speaking whatever comes to my mind. But nope, this time I am prepared, and I'm actually going to get this really cool item which allows me to dig through the ground. And yeah, that's pretty awesome if you ask me. The other things I'm thankful for, I think I said this last time, I'm gonna say it again. I'm so thankful for the fall, man. Like, the fall is just like, it is the most absolute beautiful month. And I'm also thankful for my energy. Like, I just feel like I'm in such a good space right now. Like, I'm exactly where I think I should be. Like, honestly, this is just, like, today was just such a great day. I made a beat, put some little spice on it, did a little bit of production, learned some things about making music, and I just, man, I really love making beats. I love making beats. I play guitar. I play classical guitar, and well, I don't play that's a lie. I don't play classical guitar. I play, I would say, like, a modern version. It's finger picking style, but it's not really like it's not like, well, I guess that's not true. It is kind of classical. I mean, not classical, but I was gonna compare it to kind of like the finger picking, like the chord progressions, but I was like, well, not really like that. But I mean, actually, that's not true. It kind of is. It's kind of not. I don't know. I think it's unique. I think I definitely have. If you go like way back to the very first videos that I uploaded on this, you can actually see me play some guitar. And I might put some more music up on here. I might start doing beats. I might start doing beats live on here. I don't know yet. It's still kind of just like an idea, but it may be something that I will get into and pursue. But let me tell you guys this first though. So no, if you see what I just posted, this is gonna be the very last Drop Podcast episode that I'm gonna upload to this channel. And reason is because I created a new channel, and I think that channel, I think this will be a better direction, because the people who come here are coming here for my other content, like more me stuff. Like the vlogish type of things. I don't know if I consider them like vlogs, but like, I mean they are like the documentation videos. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is just too, like, I think making beats and stuff like that, it would still fit. It would still fit. But I think like playing a game is kind of crossing genres. You know what I mean? And so I think it'd be much better if I separated them. If I separated the podcast from the actual activity. Well, from like the actual like focused, very specialized, specific content that I create. So yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there something up there? No, there's not. But I've been getting so deep into music. Like I have not done anything else with the past few weeks besides working on this setting goals project, studying psychology, and I got to say, or what was I saying? Studying psychology and making beats and what's the other thing? Oh, doing this. Doing the drop. And even the drop has been kind of taking second hand. I've been in such like a refocusing state. Like if you saw what I put on Instagram today, I showed something that I am doing, or something that I've been, I guess, thinking about lately, which I don't know. I needed to kind of remind myself like what I'm aiming towards with everything. You know what I mean? Because I was just getting a little bit like demotivated, and yeah. So I mean, I just needed to, remember what the purpose of doing this was, and kind of like what my goal was, because it kind of felt like I was walking in a direction without aim, and that is the absolute worst feeling you can have. Like, I don't know, if you're gonna do something, you better know why, and I didn't have my why. I forgot about my why. But now I reflected on it today, and I kind of decided that there was seven areas that I think are important, and that was I might just pull it up. I might just pull it up after I defeat these suckers. That's kind of easy. I already got one. Dang. Alright, let me pull it up real quick. Actually, let me get out of here real quick. This is so cool, man. This is like one of the coolest items. My bad, I'm talking about the game again. So, in this game I'm using, it's like this claw that helps you dig. And it's really cool. Alright, so let me pull this up really quick. Because I don't have the paper on me. But, or here, just right off the top of my head, I know one of them was, like a family. Family is definitely important in life. And, well, actually, before I get there, I had this really good conversation with my, younger sister who's, she's in middle school, and, she just my family's Catholic, well, half, and that half wants her to follow through, and well, she's also just going to Catholic school, so it's it just, I mean, it makes sense. Like, it's not just, I don't know, none of my business. But anyway, but she is going through what's called confirmation, which is this practice in Catholicism, which is basically like you become an adult in the Catholic Church. So it's the idea is that you choose your faith rather than your faith being something that is given to you, and so it's advised that you don't do it unless yes, this is something that I am interested in and I feel like it's for me, but anyway, but she's just like she just doesn't care, like that. Basically, that's what she said. She's like, do I have to do it? And she's like, well, you don't have to, but at least know like what you're avoiding. And then she's just like, I just don't care. And it's so weird to me, like, and so I sat down and I was like, well, what do you care about, and then she was like, I had a conversation with her about just like goals and whatever, and I was approaching it wrong at first. I was approaching it more from me than it was from her, and it's about her, it's her life, it's not mine, so it's it's about her. And I was approaching it from me though, but I realized, like, rather than trying to tell her that she should care, what about why doesn't she care? That's a much more interesting question, I think. And it's also a question that, like, I think, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just weird because I've always been interested in like the deeper kind of questions of life, like. But she just seems to want to play, or she wants to watch YouTube, and she's really into these what are they called? Their games. I'm trying to think. What is it called? It's no, not games. This show Avatar, and she's really into Avatar, Percy Jackson. I don't know. There's another, but wait, Avatar, Percy Jackson. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Like it's right there. I don't know, but like well, basically she was telling me because I was going through. I was like, like I think it matters because XYZ, da 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 da. Saying all the things that were more me than it was about her. And that was my mistake. And so eventually I gave up. I was like, okay, like, why don't you care? And she was basically like, she said, whenever you're talking, it's not that, like, I'm not listening, but my mind is wandering other places. So I was like, okay, that's something interesting. Where is it going? And she said, well, while you're saying this, I'm just thinking about reading and getting to my book. I was like, huh, because I'm not really I personally am not super into books, or I don't know, like, just the nerdy stuff. Like, I'm not into, I mean, besides Zelda, like, I'll play Zelda all day, but I'm much more into things like if I'm reading a book, is something that I feel like can heavily influence my life, like can make an impact on me. And I typically will not waste, or I shouldn't say waste. I won't spend time on things that I feel like are not beneficial. Like watching TV, I get stressed out. And that's what I told her. I said, I get stressed out because I feel like, I'm on this mission to become the best that I can be and just be the happiest that I can be. And so the questions like, why am I here? What is my purpose? These are questions that really matter a lot to me. And I find extraordinarily important. Like I find these to be some of the most crucial questions that you really should be asking yourself. And like I said, she's just not interested. And so part of it was just like, well, how can you not be interested? How can you not be curious? Like, wouldn't you want to know why you're here? And so, yeah, we were talking about this for a long time. I started asking her, okay, well, yeah, I mean, like I said, where does your mind go? And she said, like I said, she's just thinking about those games or not the games, like I said, the TV shows that she's into. And she's just wondering about, like I don't know, Avatar. Like I don't know, she's just thinking about it. There's not really an objective, she's just thinking about it. And she says there's this place that she gets to, and this place is just like whenever she reads, and this is the feeling that she's craving. So whenever she reads, she gets to this place where she feels this like she's in this small bubble, and it's just her in the book, and that's the feeling that she likes. And it's I get it, because I like to be comfortable. But it's, I don't know. I've definitely been there, and like I said, I'm trying to dissect it, but really it's all speculation, and really she has the answers. You know what I mean? It's her life, right? It's not mine, and really I have no business trying to answer what it is. But I mean, it is kind of important though, because I mean, it's a big difference, it's a big deal. Because I asked her this, and this is why it's a big deal. I said, well, do you ever think about, like, how do you feel about yourself? Do you feel like you're the best that you can be? And she said, well, I'm comfortable with myself. And I said, okay. Whenever you look in the mirror, do you ever look in the mirror and say, man, like, I wish that was different? She was like, well, yeah, but that's just being a person. And I said, well, do you ever think about what you say to people and feel like, man, I wish I didn't say that? And she's like, well, yeah, sometimes. I didn't push any past that. I didn't push any further, because I think it's her journey. You know what I mean? It's not mine, and even if I tried to answer it, I would probably be wrong. And even if I was right, I mean, I look at Tony Robbins. This guy is like I don't know, like the way he'll be in conversation, he'll just dissect people right in front of him. It's remarkable, but it's something that I can't do that. It's not like he has a gift, he's a gift, and it's something that that's special to him, and I wouldn't want to even try and be him, because I think I would rather send people to him, because if I tried, I would probably fail, and it's also an ego thing. But anyway, it's it's just a matter of so I got to the point where I was asking her, I was like, well, do you ever think about who you want to be? And she was like, well, kinda. She was like, I like these things, and I think she tried to consider why it would be productive for her to be interested in these things, and her point was like, maybe one day in the future I'll do like some type of computer design, and so it is kind of relevant, I guess, to my interests. And I was like, well, okay, that's something interesting. That's something. And like I said, I didn't stress on this, even though I think it's an important thing to stress about. But I did ask, well, do you ever think about being a better person? And I think that just kind of, shook the conversation, because really that's the reason. I mean, you're searching for happiness, but in trying to find happiness, it's valuing to be a good person. Well, I guess that's not necessarily true, but it's in the pursuit of happiness. I do think that's a side effect, just and I mean that's just maybe that's not true. So I won't touch on that, but I mean, besides that, do you ever think about just being a better you, like not even being like a better person per se, but like just being, wow, this is a really nice scene. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, just being a better you, and that goes with, I was gonna touch on this, but anyway, but that goes with what I was doing earlier, which is like revisiting my objectives, right? Onward, hold on, I need to read this. Ocarina of Wind, the south, north, east, and west are all a breath away. Okay. Tribe of the winds, left for the heavens, take the element with them, the wind element is beyond our reach, press on and out of it. Okay, but at least now we have a clue, the Ocarina of Wind. The element, okay, I'm cool with that. But yeah, but I mean, it kind of ties in with like me refocusing myself on my objectives, which has 100% to do with trying just to be a better version of myself, in focusing in on the areas, the crucial points in life that I think are the points in life that are crucial to you being the better you. And so that's like family, faith, family, faith, mental, so that'd be like education. Like where do you want to be as far as like your education? What do you want to know, right? Let's see what else. Well, I can't think of them all right now, and I'm not gonna stress too hard about it. But just like those pieces of your life to becoming the better you. And then I don't know. She was like, well, I do think it's important, but it's almost like she doesn't want to think about it yet, and it's strange. And I guess that I guess in a way, now that I'm thinking about it, that kind of ties into, maybe that's, I don't know. Like I said, it'd be a hard pill for me to swallow. I'm not married to the idea though. I still think I'm not going to use her as an example because she has a lot of other personal problems that she, kind of deals with, like a lot of insecurities that I think can blind her from just being herself. Like insecurity is a dangerous thing, and it can really, really, really keep you from choosing what's best for yourself. And I do think that plays a huge role in what's going on with her, but it could also just be that thing that they talk about, the your brain doesn't develop that sense of the future until you are 25, and that's an average, but like they say. And it could be, and this is just the first collected data point, I suppose, just to see, but I still have hope, and I think she just is a case, and if I could figure out how to get her outside of that insecurity, I think that her life could be a lot better. If I could just help her put her life into perspective, like, hey, I'm not happy, but I can do something about that. Because I think, in a way, she's just kind of in denial of this. She is searching for answers, and I can tell because she does a lot of research into stuff like homosexuality, and we had a conversation about like she doesn't think that they should have gender clothing, which I think is ridiculous, but it shows that she's thinking, and I can respect that much, right? But that's all besides the point. It's but it's still it's something I'm interested in, and I hope that she can see, one, for my sake of just an experiment, but also just for her sake of her future. I hope she can see that, to think of, like, you're gonna live the rest of your life. You're only a kid in school for and this is on average. The majority of people are only in school for until you're probably 20. I think. How long is my girlfriend in college? Probably she's gonna be for 6 years. She got out of high school 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 until you're 24. Which I think that's a bachelor's degree. And so most people are probably going to get that bachelor's degree. And I'm assuming, I don't know, but that's how long you're in school. And even once you're there, this thinking about your future is even important whenever you're young, because you have to figure out, like, well, what do you want to do with yourself? Like, a lot of people just go to college expecting to figure that out. They have no idea. They think they have it figured out because they have an idea of what kind of job that they want, but that's based off of a fallacy, granted, because they had to figure it out, It isn't really a direction or a motive. It's just, okay, I have to figure out, what job I want to pursue so that I can figure out what degree to pursue, and people don't, you don't even know what that means. You don't even know how a degree will affect your life. You just figure, well, that's probably a good idea because, that's what everyone says. But anyway, it's an important question to consider, what kind of individual do you want to be, and what do you want for yourself as far as these big pieces of your life that are like family, faith, religion, education, But all she wants to think about is things, and it's not necessarily a problem, and that's kind of what I'm struggling with. I'm like, well, it's important. Oh, and I meant to say this, and I did ask her about, like, well, are you happy with everything? And I'm comfortable with myself. I'm okay with myself. Well, that's not happy with yourself. That's not proud of yourself. That's not feeling good about life. And I know that she doesn't. You know, I asked that just to get her perspective, but I know she doesn't because I see her in interactions with other people. She's very insecure, very I would say shy. And there's a lot of I mean, everyone struggles with, just social, like, the social aspect of life, but she especially does too. But nonetheless, I don't think that's, the point. I'm not trying to call her out on, whatever, but there are struggles that she deals with, and I don't know. And I guess another thing that confuses me is, like, well, if you feel that you're, if you can just recognizing yourself that you're not happy, why would you avoid searching for answers? And this is kind of coming from, like, my mother's really, really trying to push, like, okay, explore Catholicism, explore this, explore that, and she's just so against it for some reason. Like, she doesn't even want to listen to it. But it's weird. It's like, I asked her, I was like, well, what do you think about religion? She's like, I don't know, I don't think about it. And it's weird. It's like she's proud of the fact that she doesn't think about it. It's strange, but I mean, isn't that an important question? Isn't that something that you should explore, and probably something that you should figure out? Because that's a huge reason why people make life decisions. Like I said, I mean, I'm not, here to tell her what to do, and so if she doesn't want to, then it's her journey, and it's just, but I'm intrigued by it. I think the biggest reason why I'm intrigued by it is because this is my thing, okay? I believe that young children can think about the future, and I feel like part of the reason why they don't is at fault of us. But I guess now I'm kind of seeing, an example is it's deeper. There's some reason why she won't. There's some reason why she doesn't. And it doesn't mean that she can't. It means that she avoids it for some strange reason. Like, she's unwilling to listen to it. Like, she knows she shouldn't, but it's like she's afraid almost to explore these ideas. I don't know if that's necessarily, like, a correct estimate to make, but it's almost as though, like, it's like this. So we do this kind of study thing, and we watch this guy Matthew Kelly. But it's whenever she's there, she makes it a point to us to ignore it, And she takes pride in the fact that she doesn't. Like, if you ask her something, she'll be like, oh, I wasn't really paying attention. But it's bizarre. Like, why wouldn't you want to explore it? Why wouldn't you be curious? Why wouldn't you want to see? I don't know. It's strange, but I don't know. As I pursue, because I'm working on my program right now of developing, and that's kind of like my mission. Trying to turn kids into leaders, and be able to see that future aspect. So I don't think that this proves that children can't. I just think it proves that there's a reason why children don't. Some type of insecurity, or maybe it's just confusion, or ignorance, for some reason a choice of ignorance, but I don't know. I keep thinking about it, but I think I don't think I went over time. I don't know. I'm good on time. Okay. But I'm gonna end it here. Okay, like I said, this is the very last episode on this channel. This is going to be and this is also going to be posted on the new channel. Which the new channel, by the way, is just the Drop Podcast. It's pretty much the same picture as this one as far as the profile goes, except it says the Drop Podcast on it. So it's pretty self-explanatory, pretty simple. If you open your eyes or if you look it up. But so I'll probably put a link on there somewhere on my website if you want to check that out. Otherwise, you can just type in the Drop Podcast. You can subscribe to that. Once I get this uploaded, because I'm going to upload this onto my regular channel and onto that channel. And so once I get that taken care of, then I will most definitely, I'll put it into my, what is it? This is my channel and this is also my channel type of thing. Featured channels. I'll put it onto my featured channels, and so you guys will be able to see that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. This is a good, I really like these because I like to just kind of let loose. Like, I just kind of let everything that's on my mind just kind of go. And I appreciate that I can do that. I can do that here, and I think this is really awesome. And expect some big changes because I'm starting to get really into music and, well, not music, but like music production. And I'm really enjoying this making beats and you know, arts and stuff like that. So probably gonna be pursuing that. And like I said, this is also gonna go 100% on onto the new platform, which is gonna be the second YouTube channel. So that all being said, I appreciate you guys. If you appreciate this content and want to show some support, I do have a Patreon page which you can find. If you go into my website and just scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can find that. Otherwise, if you just, you know, enjoy this content, or if any of these ideas just kind of intrigue you or you think would intrigue anyone else, you should definitely share this, like just send a link or whatever. Or, you know, send people to my website where you can actually find that I have just the audio of this on Spotify, on Apple Podcast, which is like iTunes or whatever, and other, like, pretty much if there's a place where you listen to podcasts, it's there. So and I talk about a lot of different topics which you can find in the little thing. It's just kind of me emptying my brain. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification if you want to see every time I upload. Also, make sure that you go check out my second channel. I will let you guys know on my Instagram at JoshuaTBryan64 as soon as that channel is up, with this being the first video. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, this is the last episode on here. If you ever want to see any more, go to my second channel. But I appreciate it, and I will check you guys next time. See ya.